In an early morning post on Friday, and I'm talking about like 2 a.m., Donald Trump openly called for states across the country to use their military, their National Guard, to come down to Texas to defy a direct order from the United States Supreme Court. Now, I will read you what Donald Trump said in just a moment, but first, little backstory for anybody that may have not been paying attention to this week. On Monday, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that Texas had to remove the razor wire that they had installed along the southern border that was in fact maiming people trying to get across the border. Greg Abbott, Republican governor of Texas, refused and actually ordered the state to continue installing the razor wire. He was given until Friday to allow the federal agents to come in and clip the wire, which did not happen because he's continuing to defy it. So Donald Trump on Friday comes out there in the morning, 2 a.m., puts two posts on Truth Social that say this. When I was president, we had the most secure border in history. That's not true. That didn't happen. That is absolutely a lie, so we're starting off with a lie. Joe Biden has surrendered our border. Also not true. So we're not even through the second sentence, and everything this man has said so far is a lie. And is aiding and abetting a massive invasion of millions of illegal migrants into the United States. Totally illegal. Totally a lie, by the way. Instead of fighting to protect our country from this onslaught, Biden is unbelievably fighting to tie the hands of Governor Abbott in the state of Texas so that the invasion continues unchecked. In the face of this national security, public safety, and public health catastrophe, Texas has rightly invoked the invasion clause of the Constitution and must be given full support to repel the invasion. Page 2, he says. We encourage all willing states to deploy their guards to Texas to prevent the entry of illegals and to remove them back across the border. All Americans should support the common sense measures by Texas authorities to protect the safety, security, and sovereignty of Texas and of the American people. When I am president on day one, instead of fighting Texas, I will work hand in hand with Governor Abbott and other border states to stop the invasion, seal the border, and rapidly begin the largest domestic deportation operation in history. Those Biden has let in should not get comfortable because they will be going home. So, in addition to playing on the right-wing fears of an invasion, Donald Trump is saying, send your National Guard to Texas, which some states, by the way, already have. They've sent National Guard, they've sent police officers, and so to me, as I've previously said, it kind of sounds like the failure is not with the Biden administration when you have all these other states, South Dakota, Florida among them, that have sent their law enforcement officers to, as Trump says, stop the invasion. It didn't work. So the failure is not necessarily with the Biden administration because they're apprehending people, they're apprehending narcotics, they're catching terrorists. It's these other folks that aren't doing a damn thing. But Trump is calling for military to go into Texas in spite of the Supreme Court order. Now, I don't know about you, but if I were a guy that currently had a case pending against with the United States Supreme Court to determine whether or not I had engaged in an insurrection and was allowed to be on ballots or not, I probably wouldn't be calling on other states to send their military to Texas to defy the Supreme Court, right? That seems like a real dumb thing. Oh, and by the way, it also seems like the kind of thing that the lawyers are probably going to bring up in front of that Supreme Court, because they're going to have to go there and make the case that Donald Trump should be barred from the ballot for supporting the insurrection. And to bolster their case, they can now go in there and say, look at this post from January 26th, where Donald Trump is calling for states to send the military to Texas to effectively fight the U.S. government itself. Because that's what this is about. It's not about sending National Guard to secure the border. It's send your National Guard to stop the feds from coming in. That's what this is. That can, should, and hopefully will be used against him in that Supreme Court case. Because I think at this point, if you tie in what we already have with Donald Trump, add this in to 14th Amendment issues, I think that's a no-brainer. He should be barred from holding office ever again in this country. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.